They can't just mail you the fucking paperwork and tell you that you're being sued. That's not proper service. You can challenge the jurisdiction. It's your boy Dev Hawk, Title 4D University, your coach, your teacher, your professor.
Yeah, it's Dev Hawk. Wow. It's cold in my city, need a mate just a roll in the winter. Mommy, he's an L, come and roll with her.
Right now, we're going to talk about special appearance. I tell people all the time, there's 5 things that the child support, the Title 4D program, that they look at when they're trying to decide if you gave them consent. And one of the major things that they look at as consent, because we all know that child support is a voluntary thing, right? They look at general appearance. They look at if you implied any consent. Your silence, they consider as consent. You not showing up to court, they consider as consent. Well, where does special appearance come into play? Stay tuned, because we're about to talk about that. When it comes down to special appearance, that separates you from making a general appearance. We all know now that general appearance is something that they see as consent. But let's look at the actual definition. And as we go over this, just like any other video, I'm going to break this down for you so that you can see what special appearance is and the difference between this and general appearance. So special appearance is a tool defendants can use to challenge a court's jurisdiction over them. If a court does not have personal jurisdiction, there are other errors like for service of process. Many states allow defendants to challenge the lawsuit without submitting to the court's jurisdiction. Normally, if a citizen were to make a general appearance, the jurisdiction issue would be waived. For federal courts and some state courts, a defendant does not have to make a general appearance, but they are required to challenge the given error before addressing the actual claim as it would in general appearance case. Let's break this down. This is the one. I love giving people this information about special appearance because number one, when you do a special appearance, you are now separating yourself from every other person that's been in that courtroom today, the day before, the days prior, because everyone else is making general appearance. When you're making a general appearance, you're giving them the consent. And that consent is looked at as, I agree with everything that you're going to do to me. I agree with it all. I agree with this whole process. I agree. That's what a general appearance does. So even though you argue, you fight, you scrape, you scratch, you say stop, they won't hear you because you have been given them the general appearance. You've given them the consent. Well, with special appearance, you're basically telling this court, hold up, wait a minute. First of all, you don't have jurisdiction over me. I'm taking back the jurisdiction. Under special appearance, I have a right to be heard. And the only thing I want to talk about is this particular challenge of saying that you don't have my consent. You don't have jurisdiction over me. It says if a court does not have personal jurisdiction, let's look at personal jurisdiction for a second. Personal jurisdiction refers to the power that a court has to make a decision regarding the party being sued in a case. Before a court can exercise power over a party, the United States Constitution requires that the party has certain minimum contacts with the forum in which the court sits. Damn, that's kind of deep, right? So let's talk about waiving personal jurisdiction. Personal jurisdiction can generally be waived if the party being sued appears in a court without objecting to the court's lack of personal jurisdiction. Then the court will assume that the defendant is waiving any challenge to personal jurisdiction. Don't give these people personal jurisdiction over you. They're saying someone is suing you. Look at your paperwork. It's saying that someone is suing you. So if someone is suing me, hold up. I'm not giving you that authority. I'm not giving you that, I'm not waiving my right. If the court does not have personal jurisdiction, or there are other errors like for service of process, okay? Many states allow defendants to challenge the lawsuit without submitting to the court's jurisdiction. Let's look up the service of process. The due process clauses in the United States Constitution prohibits courts from exercising personal jurisdiction over a defendant unless the defendant has proper notice of the court's proceedings. To meet this rule, courts require plaintiffs to arrange for a defendant to be served with a court summons and a copy of the plaintiff's complaint. These papers are collectively called process. Typically, it is not enough to simply mail the process to the defendant. They can't just mail you the fucking paperwork and tell you that you're being sued. That's not proper service. You can challenge the jurisdiction. The summons and complaint must be either given directly to the defendant or left with a suitable person at their home or place of business, not your job, place of business. Service may usually be performed by any adult who is not a party to the lawsuit. Plaintiffs may hire professional process servers to serve defendants. Exceptions to these general rules. For example, the federal rules of civil procedure allow defendants to waive in-hand service of process. Defendants who do so get more time to impose their answer. Those who refuse must compensate the plaintiff for the cost of arranging for in hand. So many people I know, a lot of my students, they say, yo, Dev, I wasn't served. I was never served. I wasn't properly served. If you wasn't properly served, you filed the special appearance. You let them know that they don't have jurisdiction over you. Because, once again, if a court does not have personal jurisdiction, or there are other errors like for service of process, many states allow defendants to challenge the lawsuit without submitting to the court's jurisdiction. Now, if y'all want to get these motions, I do provide them on my website. So be sure to go follow me on Instagram at DevHawk. And click the link in my bio and you will be provided an opportunity to purchase a custom special appearance template that you can fill out yourself. If you need somebody to help you fill it out, we'll do that for you as well. But like always, man, stay locked in, stay tapped in. They're banking on your ignorance. No longer will you be ignorant. It's your boy Dev Hot, Title 4D University, your coach, your teacher, your professor. I'll catch y'all in the next session. Let's go.